What's going on, guys? This is Jay, and today is Saturday, July 11th of 2020. We got some work to do in the garden today, so I'm going to jump right in with this weed eater and get some of it done. We're going to clear out some of that water weed out of that corn patch because that corn is getting taller and it's ready to get in here and give it some sunlight. So I'm just taking the weed eater through there. We've been in and out of here throughout the week getting some of this water weed out, and it's time to get a little bit more of it out. So that's what's going down. That's what I got cooking up today, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's jump into it, and I'm gonna time lapse you the rest. What is growing on, guys? Today is Saturday, July 11th. We're down here in those beautiful fields of Landgraf, West Virginia, McDowell County, West Virginia. Look at Felicia over there laughing. I don't know what she's laughing at, but she better stop it. All right, today we are in here in the corn, second planting of corn. It's looking good. We got a lot done. I cut through a lot of that water weed on the back. I think I went through probably about 12 rows and took out a large section on the back side. I'm out of weed eater twine now, so I'm going back to the truck. I had me a little snacky snack. It's about that time. It is 9:50 a.m. Been here for about an hour and a half already, so it's time to take a short coffee break and a snack break. No, I was in here yesterday. I showed you guys the corn, but I was on the low end of the field in the corn. And look at this corn. This is as tall as I am. You know, I'm not that tall. I'm about the height of a hobbit, so that's not saying much. But we was just in here, I don't know, maybe 9 days ago. I showed you guys this corn, and it was only about maybe 1.5 feet tall, 2 feet some of it, and now it's at least 5'5", the height of a hobbit, which I am. Joking, not joking. I don't know how tall hobbits were. If you know how tall hobbits were, leave a comment down in the link below and tell me how tall hobbits were, because I have no idea. I just know that they weren't that tall. So yeah, keep rocking it with me. All right, it's time for that snacky snack, that coffee break, that sit on my bottom and drink some coffee time. So this is what we're gonna do, and right back at it. Got some more water weed to clear out, and watch those patches disappear. I'm gonna make it disappear like a scraggly beard, and there it goes, gone. This patch looks really good since we've cleaned it up. It's got a lot going on for it, a lot of corn in there. And we have some more work to do right here around all of these zucchini. This is the zucchini area and the road area. And I'm gonna clean up this patch of zucchini today. We took the tiller through here in one of the previous videos to get this water weed out. I'll put a link at the top right hand of the screen of that. Also planted some beans and things. I'm just trying to clean up some of that water weed in these fields, and this is the edge between the cabbage patch and the road. And we're going to drive on down to the north side of the fields, the area that you'd normally see us in, where me and Felicia have been growing stuff all year. The Skies fields are more on the south side of McDowell County. It's not that far away to have north side and south side. It's really the same thing, but these are more northernly oriented. And this patch in front of the green beans, this is right in front of patch or block 1. We haven't been able to clear it completely out all year, and we're going to take the time to do that today. There's a lot of kudzu and a lot of water weed in here that needs to be removed. Felicia's removing some of those patches of water weed. while I am cutting grass, and it's a big help taking this stuff out. It gets a lot more light in there. There's a few other taller weeds in there. I'm not really sure what they are, but we're going to take a lot of it out today. You're going to get to see that through the course of the video. There's a lot of chicory flowers in here and a lot of other flowers, and people will be able to see those from the road. Kudzu keeps getting caught in my weed eater head, so whenever I have to stop, I usually have to unravel that stuff around the head of the weed eater. So it's taking a little bit of time to get through there, but we're almost finished. We'll be moving on to the next task soon. I'm masked up because of all of the pollen and things. Felicia's going on a time-lapse tour, and check out those tomatoes. Those tomatoes are getting tall. Most of them are about 3 feet to 4 feet tall now. It's pretty exciting. We're going to have to get some trellis up today, so they're starting to lean over. That's the brassica patch. She's in there with the collards and kales. Beautiful cardboarded area, very minimal weeds. And now she is in the pumpkin patch, and look at that baby pumpkin. Those things grow double in size almost every day. They take a lot of water and demand a lot of water, so she's going to show some more of the pumpkins off. I slowed the video down a little bit so you can see those guys. I know I've been saying I'm going to let you see the pumpkins, so there it is. Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. She's going through the squash, and there's a baby acorn squash, and there is a bigger acorn squash. Pretty excited about those guys. I didn't know they were in here. She comes back, tells me a little later. Now she's going down the cucumber trellis. We have cucumbers to pick today, guys. Been getting a lot of cucumbers out of this place. Cabbages are doing really well. Back through the brassica patch she goes. She's on the opposite end of the kale. And look at those mammoth sunflowers. They've been taken off. I have to take you on a real-time tour a little bit later in the video. But there's that corn patch that we worked, and that corn is looking good and strong. And back to the beans with you. Back to the beans with you, baby. She does a lot of weeding in this bean patch today. We have a lot of work to do today, and we just been jumping heads in all day, so it's pretty awesome. I cut grass until my weed eater runs out of gas. I've went through, I think, 5 tanks of gas today, and it's a small tank, so it's not a lot, but we spent a good few hours doing weed eating first. And it looks like it's time for another snacky snack break. I think this is more of a lunchtime break. Didn't last very long, and we're back at it. I'm in here doing the 4th row of tomatoes with cardboard. I normally pull the weeds out from under where I'm going to lay the cardboard first and use it to hold it down. Then we don't have to worry about those weeds competing with the root structures of our tomato plants. And it's going to help keep this ground from drying out in the sun. Felicia's mother and sister visited us today on their way to church. And I'm continue going down the line. I'm weeding out around this 4th row so those baby carrots can grow through in between those tomatoes, and the onions in the 3rd row. And now Felicia's helping me lay some of the cardboard. She continues to lay cardboard, and I start to trellis the 2nd line of tomatoes in block 4. It would be German Johnson's or Mr. Stripey's. Block 3, excuse me, is either German Johnson's or Mr. Stripey that we got from Jenny Totten. They're ready to get their 2nd line, and Felicia's cardboarding in block 3 right now, working her way back to block 2. And it's time for another snacky snack. It's hot out there today. We haven't been taking full lunches. We've been taking smaller snack breaks more often. It's been helping a lot with my blood sugar levels because sometimes it will spike, sometimes it will drop. I've been trying to eat steady, a lot more smaller meals to keep it leveled out. What I'm doing now is running more trellis through block 2 of tomatoes, and this is our Brandywines and our cherry tomatoes, Cherokee Sun tomatoes, and hillbilly tomatoes. And I think I lay out 5 or 6 lines total through the day, and there's a lot of training going on, making sure the tomatoes are growing in between the trellises. Felicia's doing a lot of cardboard work today, so we're getting a whole lot done today. This has been the first full day that we've been able to get in here and really get anything done this week. So keep rocking it. Check it out, guys. It's 5:30 in the evening. We've been doing a lot down here today. We come through and cardboarded another 300 feet of tomatoes. Felicia's been busting down and processing cardboard, and I also went through and did, let's see, 6 new trellis lines on the tomatoes to take them on up higher. These are those German Johnson and Mr. Stripey's. Check them out, Jenny. They are getting pretty tall. We've been cutting these weeds out and using it to hold the cardboard down too. Also been doing a lot of weed pulling down in here today. I think Felicia cut out a few sections of water weed, which is pretty awesome. And now that our plants are 3 feet tall on average, most of them, the tomatoes that is, we're starting to let them go to flower so they can start to produce tomatoes. Now look at these flowers. Those plants are looking pretty good. I was just in here and I seen some small tomatoes starting to form on some of the plants. So if we can do a walkthrough and I can find those, I'll show you our little baby tomatoes that are on the way. I can't remember which plant they were on, but I know that we have baby tomatoes in here. So we're going to walk around until we find them. And I can show them to you. So I really want you to see them because I'm really excited. You know how excited I am? I can't tell you how excited I am. It's not something that I can put into words how excited I am, because I've been waiting on tomatoes all year since I put seeds into the dirt. Didn't think we'd have this many tomatoes though. But we're gonna find those little tomatoes so I can show you. They are in here, I promise you that. There's just so many of them. And I've been through here so many times in different areas today, I'm not really sure exactly where they are. But they are here. And I'd hate to look like a liar on my own little video, because I seen them. They were in here, I'm telling you. You don't have to take my word for it, but it's okay, because I know they're here. Look, there's one right there. It's not the ones that I've seen, but look at these little guys right here. Those are little tomatoes. Those are cherry tomatoes. I've seen some bigger ones. Those are the ones I really wanted to show you guys. I'm so excited. Oh well. Can't show them to you right now, but that's okay. Look at that corn. That corn has jumped. This rain has been doing wonders. We come through and did some weeding on the peppers a little bit. And these squash are growing out of control. I love it. Love it. We come through and did a good treatment. I'm starting to see little squash on these. This is the prolific straight squash. Look at that guy right there. We'll be getting squash out of here soon, guys. You know what that means? That means that we're gonna be getting squash out of here. I'm just kidding, I'm full of it, ain't I? I'm seeing quite a few little squash in here. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I feel like we were just in here and these things are massive. We come in and did a treatment in here a couple days ago. I don't think that it was yesterday. It's definitely not yesterday, it's the day before that. But check out these sunflowers. Sunflowers are getting pretty big. I'm excited about that. Those guys are looking huge. Huge. Well, I'm gonna kick you back into a time lapse. I'm gonna try to cut out some of this water weed. I can't cut my weed eater. And Felicia's gonna keep on processing that cardboard. We might lay some more rows. We've been down here since 8:30 working in the garden today. It's 5:36 and we're gonna keep rocking it until we're ready to go home. So keep rocking it with us.
So it's time to get out some of that water weed, and these cutters are not big enough to get around the diameter of that stuff, so they're not going to cut it. I'm going to let you watch Felicia on a time lapse till I get the bigger ones and I'm back. These are the ones that is going to take this stuff out. So let's get in here and see what we can do. So excited. So the technique that I'm using to get this patch out is going around the edge, around the circumference of the entire patch, because this stuff is taller than I am at this point. Some of it's around 8 to 9 feet tall, so it's like miniature tree trunks, hollow in the middle. We don't want this stuff in here because a lot of those pest bugs, they'll hibernate in this through the winter. They'll lay eggs in this, and we are trying to take out the habitat that they thrive in. So
check it out, guys. We took out 2 of those huge patches of water weed, and I think we only have one left and a small one, and we'll have this entire front of the field cleared out. The only thing left along the edge between the road and the garden will be different types of flowers and things, which is pretty awesome. It'll be highly visible from the road. Everybody can see those beautiful flowers that we put in here. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go back up here to the truck and get me a drink of water and hydrate. It is 6:31, so it took me about an hour since the last video that I made, and I'm pretty exhausted. We put in a long day today. It's been a good day today. It's been in the upper 60s, lower 70s all day today. Here where we are in Landgraf, West Virginia, McDowell County. We got a lot of cardboarding done, which is pretty awesome. Felicia and her mother and her sister are out here doing some weeding, looks like in the beans right now. I need some water, some H2O liquid. So keep rocking it with me. Back to the time lapse with you, baby. Check it out, guys. We're down here in the squash patch. It's pretty exciting. I see a few more squash that may or may not be ready to go. I'm going to check and see. But I had rumor from Felicia that we have acorn squash. So I had to come see for myself. And look at that. There's acorn squash. 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing 3 of them on this plant here, on this one plant already. Yes, sir. There's 4 of them, because there's a baby one right in there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Let's have a peek in here. Let's have a peek inside the majesty of this crookneck squash plant. And there's a crookneck squash. There's a crookneck squash. Over here's a crookneck squash. I don't know, I'm counting about 8 or 9 on that one, but will probably be ready around the same time. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 10 on that one that is going to be ready. That guy there is going to be ready in a couple days. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer before I pull it. There's a few on this one. I'm seeing a few cucumbers. We did not pick cucumbers yesterday. We worked up in the upper part of the farm on Sky's End yesterday, doing a little bit of maintenance up that direction. But it looks like I am seeing some cucumbers that we can harvest, which is pretty awesome. I'm seeing a few of them. I think I'm counting about 10 so far, which is pretty awesome. I know you don't want to see me. That's not what this is about. That's about the best size to pick these things at. And I'm seeing quite a few of them. There's some smaller ones. It really doesn't matter what size you pick these, as long as, you know, if they're on the small side. You obviously don't want to pick them when they start to get big. They start to turn bitter when they turn yellow, when they're trying to make seed. So you don't really want to pick them at that point. You don't want them to get to that point, because at that point your vine is going to stop making flowers and producing squash, and it's going to try to start making seed. So we're going to stay on top of these things to make sure that does not happen to us. So that's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff, guys. Glad to be able to take you along. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for checking it out, making this possible. So keep rocking it with me.
So I'm going to do a quick run through and train some of the cucumbers, harvest some of the cucumbers. We pulled out about a little over a dozen cucumbers today. I think it was 13 cucumbers total. Packed them out in my shirt, took them back to the truck. We're going to take them home and enjoy some delicious cucumbers. Felicia and her mom has been weeding these beans up here, and her sister. They've been getting some of those weeds out along the edge of the beans. And now it's time to say goodbyes. And we're about to go home, but not before we pick a container full of delicious black raspberries. So we're going to do that before we head out. And that's it. That's all. That's the ride. Hope you enjoyed it. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I hope it was informational. Probably wasn't that informational. I hope it was at least funny. I hope it was inspirational. Get out there and grow something. If you like the video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe for more videos. Hit the notification bell for future content and updates on new videos. And until next time, can you dig it?